What's the pre-show ritual? Is there something you have to eat, a routine you have to follow?
I'm a big shower guy. Before I go on stage, I always have to have a shower, even if I had a shower like 4 hours previous.
Like minutes before, like 10 minutes, as close as you can get to performing.
Yeah. Before I start sweating again.
Welcome to another Audacy Check In. My name is Brew. The one and only Niall Horan is here.
Hello,
What's
Brew.
up? You sound too good on this mic. I'm trying to
Hello.
match my voice.
We just start putting on these like 1950s radio
Hey
voices.
now.
How's it going?
Yeah, right after the break. Welcome, dude. It's so good to have you in person here.
Yes, indeed. So good to be here.
It's been 3 years.
Correct.
Album, singles out. What have you been up to?
I've been chilling for a second, obviously, like we all did, and then got cracking on making the record. It came to me. It's like the start of a record, you can never really force it. I always find that if I force it, I just keep writing terrible songs. So it was good that I just was at the piano one night during the pandemic, wrote the first song, and then was like, well, this is good. Maybe I should actually make a record now. Because if it had gone bad, we probably wouldn't have had a record now.
Right. And how does the decision come to be like, this is the first song to put out and represent the next project?
I think Heaven is like a good start song to like represent the record. It's like off the mark, out the traps. It's got everything that the rest of the record has. Like got a hooky chorus and some like really cool BVs that I spent backing vocals that I spent ages on, and all of the production represents the record really well, and the message sums up the through line across the album really.
And then the album all together.
Yes.
What can you tell me about it right now?
Yeah, it's called The Show. It's out June 9th. It's got 10 songs on it.
Ooh.
Heaven being the first, obviously. And then I guess generally speaking, I've been the writer that kind of really writes a specific story and like pick a scenario and a night, a moment, and like really delve into the whole picture of it. You know, the colors, the way that person was walking, talking, whatever it may be, in really like singer-songwriter type fashion. This time, obviously, we had a pandemic, so there was a lot of time sat around stewing, living 24/7 in our brains. And the thoughts are just getting a bit bigger. Like when I was younger, it was very much like that. And then the older I've gotten, the life thoughts come in and they get the whole overall... Yeah, the overall feeling is just a little bit bigger, the wider world, what's going on in the world, how I feel about things and stuff like that. I've cracked the planet, basically.
Yeah, I figured it all out.
I'm 29 and I figured it all out. There's nothing left to learn.
You became a scientist over the pandemic. Everyone's just trying to get through it. Is that kind of the evolution you see, though, in terms of like writing music? Is it more the maturing process? Is it technically you're getting better at like writing or producing? What are you kind of evolving like?
Yeah, I think it's a natural evolution. I've always tried to do it like that, just like whatever comes in the moment. Don't try and force something that doesn't exist or try and be something that you're not. I think I've got better as a songwriter too, just like spending time around some of these great writers and producers and the years of doing it. You just naturally get better, I guess, practice, and all that stuff. And the sound I just wanted to be just a little bit more mature sounding, and I wanted the sound of it to kind of match what I was saying. Because the thoughts are big, so the sound needs to match that and it'd be a bit more mature. And
I want to know what comes to your mind with each album. Just like, what's your first thoughts when you think of Flicker? What do you think of?
Me at that time, like I naturally singer-songwriter. I would have picked up the guitar and naturally written like a finger-picked, simple ballad. I would have always kind of leaned that way. I wanted to, when I was going to release music, I was like, well, it needs to be like, people can't be shocked by what it is. People were nearly, when I released This Town, everyone was like, that's what we were expecting. And I kind of liked that for out the gate. That wasn't one word, but... Yeah.
Heartbreak Weather. What comes to mind?
Heartbreak Weather, wow. Energy. It was a lot more energetic. There were still its sad moments, but for the most part, it did exactly what it said in the tin. It was all the songs were in there, and Heartbreak Weather was my overarching theme.
And finally, The Show.
Thoughtful across the board, as we've mentioned, all the songwriting and I've definitely put more thought into it. Previously, like on Heartbreak Weather, I went into the studio and it was like, right, let's write the best songs we possibly can, and we'll dress them up however afterwards. Whereas this one was like, I had a strong concept in my head. I would write these songs on like acoustic guitar and piano, go back to like basics when it comes to it, and then really try and get the production to match what I was saying. I think that's kind of thoughtful would be a good word for it.
It's a great word. Dude, you're on The Voice, which is so exciting.
I
March
know.
6th, you're in the chair. How do we get you to turn your chair around?
You basically go for someone you feel you can actually help, and it's not just for the TV show.
Yeah.
So like my favorite type of music is like singer-songwriter, someone with like a unique tone that actually like gives you chills. And that's what I was waiting for. Like we see like nearly 100 people.
Wow.
And you just have to like pick your moments while trying to accumulate a team.
The dream team.
The dream team. But I really enjoyed it. I had so much fun doing like them. The early part of the show is so fun.
Yeah.
The rest of it is hard. Got like to make decisions. People have to go home. That's having been on a show like that. It's just watching their little faces when you're going, okay, you have to go home now. It's just like, it's so terrible. But,
I mean, you know it. You know it better. Like, does it add a new perspective? I mean, you and Kelly, it's crazy how you two have been through that.
Yeah.
Does it prepare you a little bit better?
Probably, yeah. Just to like being able to speak to the artists and help them navigate through the show. It's very easy to go on a song called The Voice and take everything really technical and serious. The only thing I don't like about it is the power that I have.
Oh, it's a little dangerous. You like it.
Like,
no?
and see, the thing about The Voice is everyone's a sick singer.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? There's no one coming on and going, and it's all
How much
crazy.
time do you have when like they're done? You're like, oh God.
I swear to God, it's Carson Daly comes out and goes, "What do you think, Niall?" And I'm like, "Give me a second."
Yeah, go to commercial, please.
Yeah.
I love it. March 6th, it's out. Any advice from Blake? He's like, real advice. I know you guys making TikToks together.
Yeah.
Did he give you any words of wisdom?
No, never. He just goes, "I'm not telling you anything."
So I thought. I mean, if you're trying to win.
He goes, "I'm going to win this thing. I'm getting out of here."
Yeah, that's a great accent.
And Oklahoman beauty. He's an absolute legend.
Wow.
I've never met the guy.
Yeah.
And day one, he couldn't have made me feel any more welcome, and we're pretty much the same person.
I love it.
We just have such a laugh down there. Everyone, I get along with everyone, but him especially. He's like my dad.
Yeah.
He's going around telling everyone I'm his son.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so excited for the 5 vinyls, by the way, because I was playing some the other day. So you got 5. Tell me the story of them. Like,
there's just like different. I wanted to show off. We had loads of really good photos from. It's very rare I come away from a photo shoot and like loads of photos.
You did. Instagram worthy.
I just thought it was just a good way to have, you know, the way like fans, they love collecting things
Absolutely.
and exclusive stuff and
Totally.
you know, like that kind of thing. So I was like, let's just make loads of different covers and loads of different like inserts and all that kind of stuff, just for a bit of a variety. And then when you get them all together, you'll see that.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
It's
It
like
makes sense as a collection. Put it that way.
It's like T-Swizzle. I love it.
I'm going to say no more.
Do you collect anything at all?
A big vinyl guy.
Yeah.
Always have been. Candles.
Candles.
Love a candle.
Oh, man. Is there a Niall Horan scent somewhere that's like trademarked?
No, actually. And I would like to do that because I do love a candle.
You're getting ready to, do some shows again, performing. What's the pre-show ritual? Is there something you have to eat, a routine you have to follow?
I'm a big shower guy. Like before I go on stage, I always have to have a shower, even if I had a shower like 4 hours previous.
Like minutes before, like 10 minutes, as close as you can get to performing.
Yeah. Before I start sweating again.
The single's out, Heaven. Album's coming June, which is subject to change.
I hope not. Jesus. June 9th.
Yeah, there you go. June 9th.
And here's to all the other artists. If you're threatening me to come out on June 9th, please don't. Because I'd like to have a good first week. Thank you.
Yes, please. Thank you. Voice, March 6th. Thank you so much, Niall, for being here. Appreciate
Thank you
so
very much. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.